None of you asked for it. Well, I mean, you might have, but how would I know? Because I'm recording this all before I post the first one. But here is my third world tour, which is actually not of my third world. It's actually of my probably more than fourth. At the time of creating this world, I was pretty sick of seeing all of all of my worlds, all of the stuff that I worked on pretty hard get just deleted like it was nothing. And so I finally just made my own social world, open it up to the internet, and let some other people on, even strangers that I didn't know. So I ended up getting like half the Fantendo site on this at one point. So, well, I don't mean like half the Fantendo site. I could really only have like 20 people on the server at a time anyway. But I decided, I'm gonna open stuff up, and I'm gonna allow creative. Of course, I did that before I knew who was coming on the server, and this kind of stuff happened. There's giant like okay, first of all, there's a bunch of TARDISes up there. That's what those are. They're the internals of a TARDIS. You couldn't see it if your render distance was low enough. It was high enough in the sky to kind of be away from it. But they're all different designs of the TARDIS, and there's kind of like a mini game of the guy who was a fan of Doctor Who on this. That was Scratch that made those, by the way. I don't know if he's really a fan of Doctor Who. Here's my farm, by the way. Most of my stuff was in survival in this. Actually, all of my house in this one was built in survival. I had stayed on this survival on this server for, I think, the entire time it was up. And of course, more blocky houses, but I made mine a little bit more complex on this one. I actually used somewhat different materials. I lit it up with lava instead of so many torches everywhere. I even did a lava ceiling for my farm in here. I had a little tree farm in here. Now this is actually at the point right before I transferred the server's ownership over to somebody else, because it kept crashing because of command block errors and because I was moving, all kinds of stuff. And just a basic tour. You saw my house there. Let me see. We can get inside of the house here. I actually was going to make a little library down here. You can see some of the stuff that I made, the materials and stuff like that. I kept getting burnt up because I kept getting areas burnt up because fire tick was on. This used to be a birch area, or this floor used to be birch, and then I started putting lava down the sides, and I was like, wait, what have I done? So it's just kind of funny there. This is literally the only wood I can have on the roof without it burning the entire roof down. And yeah, so if any of you Fantano guys are watching this, by the way, leave a comment below. Especially since one of you guys subscribed to me, and it was actually, I believe, no, that's not his character, at least not as far as I know. But anyway, when we started out on the server, we actually started out near a village. The spawn area is literally over there in the lava castle. People kept spawning in lava on this and stuff like that. Somebody kind of made a lava pillar because they're like, yeah, the lava idea is cool. But we started out near a village, and Scratch actually did a lot of this stuff in survival, except for the village thing, the village heads here. These are heads. That was when we really started using a bunch of really cool stuff on the servers and stuff. He had a house here, or I believe, no, he didn't have a house here. Nitrosaur had a base here. I believe it was Nitrosaur. We don't see them very much online anymore. But yeah, this is the village that Scratch kind of renovated some of the homes in here and made his own base in here. It's gone now. I forgot this was after he left the server, and I basically kind of like, I think he cleaned out his base when he moved stuff. Giftopian tree, tribe members only. But when he was on the server, he was a really cool guy. Shout out to Super Scratch Cat if you're actually watching this. I believe I sent you a message at some point. This was back when just me, him, and Nitrosaur were on the server. He built this Christmas tree. That's what this is. This is well, maybe I shouldn't say Christmas per se, but a Christmas tree, a holiday tree. For Super Scratch Cat, he didn't get any gifts, or he did, but both me and him actually got our gifts out. After this. This backup isn't the last backup of the server, and I eventually did take this out, just because, but it was cool, and I didn't notice this until afterward, but he left a note for me, I believe. Let me see if I have it in here. Okay, I don't have the note in here. It might, I think it's in my ender chest, but we'll see it later. He gifted me a bunch of things. This was back when we were still in survival. It was really cool that he did that. He was just actually a pretty good guy on the server. We have other people who built houses on the server here too, apparently. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice this was here before. But there's a lot of things that I didn't know because I wasn't, at this time, I had stopped playing Minecraft quite as much. And it just kind of got out of hand. Everybody just built stuff on here, and I was kind of just, out of it. I didn't bother with any of it or anything. But you know what? We might as well take the tour anyway. This is, oh, people actually labeled some of their builds in here. It says pulled open, but it pushes anyway. My computer just crashed. Oh, okay, good. My computer didn't crash. I just froze here. Classic desktop, wooden desktop, very fancy desktop, sorry, and gritty desktop. Let's go to gritty. And we see this is the inside of one of the TARDISes. I don't know if that caught my recording or not. I'm sorry. This is the inside of one of those TARDIS things. You can see the inside of it here. We can go out, I believe, and then into the world. Oh, that's bedrock. Okay, we can break that. It's probably not a big deal that we break that. This little I was told it was a prison. I don't know what mini games were in here, but this is one of the things that happened on the server. People made mini games. This was the very first Smashcraft game. They did Smashcrafts out the wazoo. Smashcrafts and FNAF crafts. When I say FNAF craft, I really don't want to reference what it is, but it's Five Nights at Freddy's. They wanted to do a lot of that, a lot of Smashcraft, because they're Nintendo fans and they're indie game fans and stuff like that. They did quite a bit. There's a lot of fancy stuff on the server that I can't really just go through and tour all of it. Oh, look at that! All the faces from FNAF. Not going to show that for too long because then people are going to be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be showing all of our builds and stuff." But you saw my house. I actually had a tree because I was actually going to start doing a treebrary on here. The Twibrary, or whatever you want to call it, the Golden Oaks Library from Ponyville. But again, here you can see Shies, Fluttershy's crafty work here. The usual thing that they do. A little bit toned up again. They do more stuff. They do prettier and prettier stuff. They did go simple on the second server, but we're not gonna get too into that. We're not gonna get too bothered by that. They even have a library up here. It's a really nice place that they did. And like I said, I tried to build a Golden Oaks library. I eventually just demolished that. You saw that earlier. It was just that giant slab of cobblestone. That's all I left behind because I was basically like, somebody else can take this space because they probably want it. However, Scratch Cat, being the bro that he was, got into it too, and he actually did build the Golden Oaks library, and he made it pretty accurate too. It actually looks really nice in here. Yeah. It's got the nice desk, everything like that. He's even got a kitchen in here on some level, I think. And a little outlook area. To kind of look out. He's got another lookout out here too, I believe. It's right here. There we go. We can take off from here. But yeah, he actually built that. I was really impressed by that. He did a really good job. More hidden builds. He even built a Pokemon Center. This is something I love. A dang Pokemon Center. This is crazy. He's even got a PC over there in the corner, you can see. Again, you get limited things in Minecraft that actually let you really do much. Or that let you actually make things pretty. Okay, finally I can fly. Okay, sorry about that. But now we're going to show a little bit more of my characters, or my character flaw in Minecraft. I like to build really blocky houses, as always. And I even built a pool in this one, and a farm. But of course, my animals kept getting killed because people were using kill commands in their games and stuff like that. And I was just really frustrated that everybody was using creative and not really paying attention to all the stuff they were doing. They're like, I thought your stuff was out of render distance. I made my little farm here, and here's my house that got blown up. Don't worry, everyone. I was the one that blew it up. People thought that I was actually angry at somebody for doing this, or thought they was angry and leaving the server and stuff like that because I just blew up my base and then left. It was actually all built out of this. You're not really missing anything by seeing it like this. There was a library up here. The whole floor was a library. It's really nice. Oh, here's my ender chest. Maybe we can see the thing from Super Scratch Cat. Yeah, here it is. Ooh, rules. Okay, we're not going to bother with the rules, but we are going to read the thank you. Because Super Scratch Cat left us a note, and I really want to give a huge shout out to him. So thank you guys for watching the video to this point, by the way, especially if you're watching it now. He says, "Hey Wes, I'd just like to thank you for allowing me and my friends to come onto the server. It means a lot to me, and I've had a lot of fun here. Merry Christmas." This was literally like, I think, a month into the server being on, and I had this server on for almost a year. But yeah, he was a pretty cool guy. And this base was actually off of another cave system thing, where it was like it was a community area. It was a communal area, and I eventually just again hid out and branched out back into the other areas. So we're gonna come in here, and this is actually my inner base where they could see from. They even put the windows in there. I didn't really do it. It says I promise to be good from now on. That's because I basically griefed everything on the server. I did an April Fool's thing where I blew everything up. And And everybody was like so shocked when they came on, and I'm like, guys, what day is it? Pay attention. CISO clan. I can't remember what CISO is. I believe it's survive in some other language. This is the CISO Minecraft clan. We have rules and all that stuff. Oh yeah, members: Ice, Ender, Scratch, West Cat, and Random. Ooh, there was more Christmas stuff. So I think this might have been. I don't think this was the second time it was Christmas on the server. I don't think it was Christmas the second time on the server, but I can't remember. The reason we chose it was because there was a giant waterfall out front, which you could probably see from my base at some point, I believe. And I've gotten lost again because this is not the way out. This is the way, however, to a trading booth that these guys made. It was kind of really hidden. Ice's Weaponry and Frog's Enchanted Bookshop. Pretty cool that they actually did that kind of thing. We are going to go down here, okay, because I know where I am from here. So as you can see, this is my bottom area base. I did put in a little obsidian here, or somebody else put a little obsidian here. They just claimed the area after I'd gone. I dug out this area here as like a mob battleground. It was actually pretty fun to have that. And then this area was my farm, which is why you can see the water here in all the places. This was my inner base, and these were the stairs up to the surface. Yeah, that's right. Okay, my bad. And in here you can see my farm, which there are still things left in here. I don't know what that was. Something loaded. I keep getting freezes on Minecraft. And out here was actually a giant a giant hallway passageway up to my other base. So I actually went a lot of different ways with this server world when I did it. And yeah, okay, I'm not gonna say that's basically it, guys. Now there's a little bit more to this because I did make another base when I transferred the server over again another time. I'm gonna try to find my way out of here. By the way, I don't know what's going on, guys. Oh yeah, here I found it. There's actually a secret entrance into my room too. I won't bother showing you guys that, boring you guys with that. But yeah, so you can see kind of my attitude. You know, I built a place, blew it up, built another place out here, and we're gonna go through the creative area, where all of the Fantendo people built their Smashcraft bases, their creative builds, and actually I think that might be, I don't remember. I think that's Classy Panda, and that's Ice. I'm not entirely sure, so forgive me if I'm wrong, guys. I think Ice will be over by Scratch Cat in these ones. So that's Classy Panda. I don't recognize these two. I believe that's Ice. No, that's Ice. Okay, the other one, that was Tyler Boy. He built a statue for himself too. This one's Classy Panda. I don't know what Scratch looked like. I don't remember what Scratch looked like at this point in time. But yeah, this is the creative area. Lots of nice creative builds. So there's some really cool mini games. These guys like building mini games, and they still do. They still actually do that on their own server. I don't want to give a world tour of that. I don't want to really record in there unless they really give me permission. But since I kind of owned this server for a while, I basically made a lot of the rules on it. And I'm not just going to say, suck it, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm just, hoping that you guys are okay with it. But yeah, these guys were actually pretty great. But I got to the point where, again, I was sick of getting griefed. I was sick of getting, people close to my base and destroying my animals and stuff like that. So I was like, no admin's house, no unauthorized entry. I really just want to break down this door right now, but we're not going to do that. And again, this is how I did things kind of in the, my survival little mix-up here. Tiny room in here. Tiny room. I have an outer area of the house. It's all caged off and stuff like that because I was like, no mobs, no players, nothing. I had a little alarm system that I set up in here. I was trying to do creative stuff, but I was testing it, or I was trying to do survival stuff, but I was testing it in creative. This is where I dig straight down to bedrock, and this is what I did most of the time. As you could see in my other one, or in my other house where I started out this recording in the basement. So if you go back to the beginning, you can see the basement of my first place, and then I started sectioning off things down here. This is literally at bedrock level with tiles, like literally tiles above bedrock, as you can see in here, and broken stuff on the floor and all that stuff. And since I'm in creative, I will actually go straight through this portal. So we're going to tunnel our way around it. What I did was I put a little hidey hole back behind the portal, as you can probably see by the books that were actually from the enchanting table, to be sure. A little library here with a little fireplace here. Again, very discreet areas, very discreet ways of hiding my things too. Little door back here. The door was actually that color for a reason, and the rest of the stuff was brick for a reason, because I needed it to blend in. Then I get a little nice wall of photos, and then eventually you get behind one of these, and bam, there's a door. Another secret hidden passageway. And then we get into basically my hidden room, where I could basically hide my ender chest or whatever, or just hide away if we were playing hide and seek in my base. I wanted people to see, like, I'm like, guys, look at how intricate I was with building all this stuff. And I did do all of this in survival. I don't know if you can tell, but I basically, I cooked the bricks, I broke the bricks, I put them all together in all of these formations and stuff, and I was actually pretty proud of this build in particular. You know, even with my nether wart farm here too. So real quick, we're gonna actually fix this. And another thing, back before I got in here, Scratch gave me these, or Scratch didn't give me these. I found these in a chest, copied them, and I was like, hey, I hope you think it's cool. Gave me a bunch of unbreakable, really overpowered tools and weapons and stuff like that. And that's really all I have. Oh, my armor is also really, really crazy overpowered. I destroyed everybody on this server, even when I was in survival. And that is about it, actually, for this server tour. So you guys get to see all three of my or not all of mine, but you guys got to see most of my worlds by now. So you get to kind of see the attitude I do when I create bases, and my own little style that I kind of have going on. And again, I'd like to see in the comment section what you guys think about the style that I do and the style that the other players on the server do, and all that kind of stuff. You know, tell me which builds you might want me to explore on this in particular. I know I kind of glossed over a lot of these really quickly, and there's not really there's really a lot more to go in depth with here. But again, I don't want to bore you. Oh, actually, you guys might be interested in this. This is similar. I'm actually not quite this good. A few other people built their bases here. This one is kind of a secret base. I don't remember where it goes into, but they did pretty good. There's an invisible block there. What am I looking at? It's just a barrier. I have not seen that before. Yeah, other people did some builds out in this area too. There's a little tent lean-to area there, and then there's this nice pathway actually here, which I never noticed before. There's this nice pathway here that this guy built. I think this is Grumpy Old Men's house. Pretty cool guy actually, especially on this server. He made this really simple, really small build, and that was it. And he was gonna do some other stuff in survival and creative too. He's mostly a survival player, but he's really good at actually that kind of stuff. Anyway, as I said before, you know, let me know if what you guys think about all this stuff in this video, what you guys want to see maybe from me in the future. I don't know, anything you can really think of. Like this video if you thought this world was cool. Leave a comment if you think it was really junky and there's a lot of stuff on it. Dislike it if you think this world is awful and I should never do another Minecraft video again. But as always, thank you for watching. Please comment, please. My yard was actually a lot more interesting than this, by the way. I kind of leveled it, and I did make it look prettier. But I lost that copy of the world at some point, and so I was left with kind of this lava castle here. I call it the lava castle. That's what everybody else called it at some point too. And they're like, maybe you should leave the lava in, kind of for nostalgia. I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna level the whole place and give somebody else the area there. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I've been XSnaggerWes, and I hope you guys can look forward to more videos from me, especially Minecraft videos. I do want to get into this at some point. I don't think I'm obviously not the greatest Minecraft player, but I do believe that I have something to bring to the table, at least in the area of survival. Even if I am using guides and stuff like that, I'm going to try to figure out a bunch of cool stuff for myself. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next Minecraft video, maybe. See ya.